In this week's episode of Weathering Parenthood, I sit down with Briana and Beaty of the Palm Beach Moms, and we talk about how a really simple, small little community has grown to help and impacts thousands of new moms all over the Palm Beaches.
I didn't really realize that it was going to grow to be a business. I just thought it was going to be a Facebook group or just a text chain or just, and now all the justs have become what they are.
We also talked about how important it is for moms to be able to connect with each other so that they can know that they're never alone.
There shouldn't be shame around it. Like, I feel like you should be able to say, like, hey, I'm really feeling a lot of anxiety after having this baby.
Briana, thanks for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me. This is so fun. I love your space.
Thank you. I had some help decorating. I have to admit, I don't have like the best interior design eye, but I'm glad you like it.
I think you nailed it.
Thank you. I didn't pick out these chairs either, but they are very comfy.
Super
I like that you're
comfy.
sitting. I should probably take off my shoes and socks and sit the same way. I feel like I'm going to have to do that halfway through this. So for those of you for people that are watching or listening and they're like, who's that lady that Lauren's talking to? Give us a little background on who you are, where you're from, how long you've been in Florida, that fun stuff.
Who am I? I am like a mosquito.
Okay.
I mean, I have roots back to like American Indians. We've been in this area for ever. So I grew up in Vero Beach and Palm Beach. And who am I? I'm Briana. I have 3 children. And my husband and I are raising them the best we can, like we all are. And I'm here because we're going to talk about, I think, Palm Beach moms.
Yeah.
And that is an idea that came to me when I was pregnant with my first daughter.
Okay.
Just because there was so much unknown. And 13, 14 years ago when she was in my belly, there wasn't ChatGPT. So we were asking, my girlfriends and I that were pregnant were saying, what is this going on? Or do you know someone for this? And so it started as a text train. And then after the babies were born, I made it a closed Facebook group. So then along the winding road, it grew into what it is today, a community to support moms here and there. So yeah, that's who I am. And that's what I do.
I love that. So a true Florida, you've been here your whole life. Florida girl.
Yeah.
There's not many of us anymore.
I know.
Most of the people are like, oh, where are you from? And I was like, here. I grew up in Broward County. And they're like, you did? They're like amazed when I'm not from.
Or they like don't believe you. They'll be like, but before here. You're like, no, I really.
Here. Like, I came out of the ground in Florida. I sprouted like a tree or something. So you have 3 girls.
I do.
And how old are they?
9, 11, and 14.
Getting up there.
I know.
How much fun is that?
Someone asked me the other day what my favorite age was. And I love them all so much.
Yeah.
They're so fun. We're having such a good time.
That's so great. Yeah, like each age brings a new...
I'm like, this is definitely my favorite.
Yeah.
Like, oh, no, I love this one too.
It's like a new challenge, but also like a new experience.
Yeah.
And then once that experience is over, you get to experience it 2 more times because you've got 2 more that are also going to hit that age eventually.
But they're so different.
Yeah, I'm sure. Mine are, they couldn't be any
They're
different
so
from each
different.
other.
So it's like get like different, same book, different chapters or something with each of them. So it's amazing.
And
I love it.
They get along?
They do, especially my oldest and youngest. They are like attached to the hip. And then middle children, they float in and out a little bit, do their own thing. But they're a little pod.
That's so great.
Super fun.
So what were you doing before you started Palm Beach Moms?
I was in hospitality marketing space. And while I was doing that for a different company, I started Flavor Palm Beach on the side, which isn't really possible. But I like to drive myself crazy. So
don't we all?
Yeah, probably. So I started Flavor Palm Beach, which was the restaurant month for the Palm Beaches. A couple years ago, it moved on to its new mommy, and she's doing a great job with it, which I love getting to watch. So I did that, and then Palm Beach Moms I didn't really realize that it was going to grow to be a business. I just thought it was going to be a Facebook group or just a text chain or just, and now all the justs have become what they are.
Yeah,
this
it's
whole
big.
Community.
It's cool to see, when something starts as like just a simple idea.
Yeah.
You needed somewhere to ask questions when you were pregnant with your first, and now it's like a huge conglomerate.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing.
It really is, and it's so much fun. Like there'll be weeks that I go without feedback, but like this morning I got an email from a lady or a Instagram message from a lady saying, we moved here during COVID, and I don't know you personally, but I feel like I do, and I just wanted to say thank you so much. She's like, it was such a lonely time to move here. She's like, and she would send me like personal messages every now and then, be like, hey, can you recommend a dance studio for my daughter? I'm like, if I have a resource, of course, like that's the whole idea behind it. And I would share, and she's like, you really felt like a friend, and you really made a difference. She's like, and through this, I've been able to find the perfect school fit for my kids. And, we know where to go, and we know where to, how to find all the things that we need to make this life easier. She's like, so you really made the path easier for us. I was like, I have a little tears in my coffee this morning.
Sweet.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it's nice for you to see like something that started as something so small is actually making, as it's grown, a big impact on a lot of people's lives.
Yeah. And it's nice to have that little like reminder of that it's like those personal interactions, because it can be really lonely as a mom. And if we can ease that a little bit and remind you that you're part of all of us together, we're all connected, it helps.
Yeah, especially in those early stages.
Oh, yeah.
Like you don't know what's going on. You don't have, especially if you don't have, another friend that has a child or that's pregnant. You might be the first of your group.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like there's some things that are like, still have shame attached to them regarding motherhood about, I get a lot of private messages. So we have a closed Facebook group too, as part of Palm Beach Moms. And that's a place where you can ask anonymous questions, or you can ask a question just as you are. And I get a lot of messages where people saying, hey, can you post for me? I'm even worried that someone would find out if I posted anonymously because of two things. They're worried about like trouble in their marriage after having their first baby. Three things. They're worried about postpartum depression, anxiety, and like not even sure what it is and how to deal with it. And then just feeling alone.
Yeah.
And those are like my top 3 private messages. I'm like, and there shouldn't be shame around it. Like, I feel like you should be able to say like, hey, I'm really feeling a lot of anxiety after having this baby. Like a lady was telling me, I can't even drive over an overpass right now because I'm just scared. She's like, and that's not me. I'm like, yeah, because you need some help and support. Yeah. That's okay.
It's like an intrusive thought that happens like right after you have your baby.
Yeah. It's a big responsibility. So it's like, it's a lot of shifting, a lot of hormones. And so having a space where you can kind of be anonymous and get that support, and it's really nice.
That's so great to have. I mean, there's nothing for me like the sundown scaries. I heard another content creator like call it this. I don't know what it was, but for me, with both of my children, nighttime was just so anxiety inducing because you didn't know if they were going to sleep. You didn't know how long they were going to sleep. How tired was I going to be because they weren't going to be asleep? I did not have sleepers. Like they were up every hour. They're fine. They're healthy. They just wanted to like party with mom, or, the second, of course, I held them, they would drift off into sleep and it was fine. But there was nothing more lonely than being awake at 3 a.m. and there's no one around to know, to talk to you about what I was feeling. Now, luckily, I work somewhere where my coworkers come to work at 3 a.m. and they were awake and I could text them like, hey, how's it going? But they're not in a major hormone drop. So having a group like that, it is so beneficial.
And you'll see like in the closed group, especially now that it's like, I feel like we're becoming a little bit more comfortable with it. If someone posts anonymously like, hey, I'm having these feelings, I'm 3 months postpartum. I mean, women like attack in a good way. They're like, girlfriend, you are not alone. This is a real thing. Get help. This is my therapist number. Hey, you know what? Text me. I never sleep anyways. Like, so yeah. And I mean, even if it's just one person a month that you're able to like support, and moms who've been there are going to be the first ones who've been like, I got you.
I fully agree. Hey, I mean, my alarm goes off at 2 a.m. If you're a mom and you're watching this, I'm up. Like DM the page. Like I am awake. I am driving to work. I am blasting songs in the car. Like I'm up.
Yeah.
Which is one of the reasons I wanted to start this podcast. I was like, I can talk to people in the middle of the night because I'm awake in the middle of the night because that's just my job.
Yeah.
So it's really nice to have a sense of community, and then to know that, there's women that are out there that share those same struggles or who don't anymore and can sort of be a guiding light to those that need help.
Yeah. And back to the baby not sleeping if it's on your chest. My friend's going trekking with orangutans for New Year's, which is so cool and seems so unattainable to me because I'm still like in those baby rain. I know.
Trekking with orangutans. Trekking.
So they hike up for 4 hours.
This is amazing.
Somewhere. I don't know where.
Okay.
I would say Uganda, but that's not right. They trek somewhere for 4 hours, then they go and they spend time with guides with the animals.
Amazing.
And then they hike back down. And she's doing all these other amazing things too. But she's showing me videos, and the moms have their babies in their arms. And I was like, and they're asleep, but they're like they're walking around and the babies are just passed out. And I'm like, well, yeah, like they don't have cribs. Because like mammals, so yeah, of course a mammal wants to
Yes.
sleep on its mother. You know, we're taught that you put them in your crib on their backs and da 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 da. And I don't know if I'm not a scientist, I'm not a developmental specialist, but
Right.
maybe babies just need to sleep on their mama's chest.
Number 2 ended up, I gave up on the crib. By midnight, I was like, we're just gonna, as safely as I can, co-sleep. And there were many nights where that had to happen, or else like he wouldn't sleep. And I get it. Like he just wants mom.
Yeah.
That's
My
fine.
first never touched my bed. I had a friend who very tragically like came home from the hospital with a newborn, and the husband took a nap with the baby so the mom could get some rest, and accidentally suffocated.
Ay, that's so sad.
So sad, so horrible. So like I would wake up and she would be in her crib and I'd be going, where's the baby? Where's
Right.
the baby? My husband was like, she's in her crib. It was like, because that was on my heart and on my
Yeah.
mind and thinking about them. And then my second one was like in a bassinet right next, and she was in her crib in her own room.
Right.
That felt the safest us at the time. And my second was in a bassinet next to my bed. And my third one didn't even have a crib.
Yeah,
like-
it changes as you have more.
Yeah. I was like, survival, man.
Yeah, you do what's best for you. And again, like, we don't shame on here. So like whatever you
Yeah,
do for
all
you.
three of my kids are fine.
Everyone, yes, you
They're all
do
fine.
what works best for you and your family. But yeah, there were times where I was like, I give up. Like I can't. Some nights he'd sleep and it was fine. And other nights I was like, if I don't close my eyes or if I have to listen to screaming again, like I'm going to lose my mind.
Yeah.
And so
Life without sleep is so brutal.
it's really rough. Yeah, not a fan.
Yeah.
So you started the Facebook group, right? When you were pregnant with your first. What was the spark that was like, I got to ask other moms, or I got to start this group? Like, what was the question you had that you needed to ask others? That
Do you really want to know?
sure, why not?
Well, so it was a text chain until she was born.
Okay.
And then like we kept on adding so many people to the text chain. That
And
I
it was like you and a friend, and then she had another friend, and then she had another friend, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so it got to like be too big of a text, and it was going off and like when you wanted to be sleeping and da 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 da. So I was like, I'm going to make a Facebook group, and that way when you wake up at 3 a.m., if you want to check in or ask a question or whatever, you'll have this closed Facebook group where you can go. And the question that I was wanting to ask was, will nursing ever stop hurting?
Yeah, it will.
It will, but I didn't know that,
Yeah.
and we didn't have ChatGPT at the time. And I had a male doctor with my first, and he was great, but I just didn't really want to talk to him about my
Something
body
that he
parts.
didn't.
Yeah, and it didn't bother me when I was in the hospital with the lactation consultant. So I was like, well,
Yeah.
okay. First question, and then other moms said, "Oh, my sister said this, or this is what happened, or try this, or and instant help and support."
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what prompted that.
That's so great.
And then from there, people would say, "Oh, you really need a web page to add story times and camps and this and that." And I was still doing Flavor Palm Beach, and I felt like a little underwater with everything that was going on. So I was
Right.
like, as soon as she's potty trained, that's when I'll have more space, which is not true.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. But so once I got, her a little bit older and started having more babies, I built the website, and then Instagram came along, and I added in the Instagram and TikTok and everything else that went with it. But I would say like the heartbeat of it is the website, because it's such a resource for the mom, and the closed Facebook group still. I mean, there's over 10,000 moms in there. You can post anonymously. You have to ask to join, because businesses and men ask all the time, come on, guys.
We're not doing that.
So we keep it like a closed, safe space. And if there's any sort of drama, we shut it down. But there's not really a problem. I mean, maybe once or twice a month, there's a problem with people trying to kick dirt. But we just shut it down and keep it like a really safe, inclusive place for moms to get what they need.
Yeah. I feel like you need, like, all moms need a community like that.
Yeah.
Like you need, hey, like I have a question about a doctor or like a dance studio or something, and I need that kind of resource. But I think it's also very important to have a place where you can just like connect and talk to other moms about whatever is frustrating you that week in motherhood. Just a place to like vent, kind of a thing.
And we've been getting questions within the past couple of days about like, hey, I was on food support assistance for my kids. Where do I go? Or, my doctor's out of formula samples and this is a really hard time for us. what's going on, which is so sad. I haven't seen that before in the group. So seeing that kind of broke my heart. So we put together a little resources page for them. So we kind of like mold with what needs to be done. And sometimes the Facebook group, the closed Facebook group, will guide what we need to put on the website.
That's awesome.
Too. So we're like, okay, what do you need from us? We'll make that available in a public format with the website too, but you can ask those questions in this closed, safe group too.
Yeah, you're getting like direct feedback from your consumers.
Yeah.
And you can,
How can we serve you? How can we support you and save you time and get you what you need?
I love that.
Yeah.
So do you have other people contributing to the website? Are there other moms writing on it, or is it all just curated by you?
We do. The Facebook group, I have like 5 other moms that help moderate it, just because we really like to shut down anything before it gets to a bad point. We never want to make someone feel bad. So and if someone's in a bad place, that can happen quickly. So, and I do try and reach out to the women. If they do create a problem, I do reach out to them personally. If I'm the one to see it, it's be like, hey, I saw something going on online. It didn't really get into the nitty gritty of it, but do you need some support or something we can do to support you? Sometimes it's well received, sometimes it's not. But I do that. And then, yeah. And then as far as the website goes, most of it's done by me, but I do have a couple other moms in the community that help me and go out and do events. And I always love suggestions. So like if you're a mom and you're like, they really need to put this on the website, like tell me, I want to serve you all in the best way possible.
Yeah.
And it's not about Palm Beach moms, it's about all of us, So I'm a girl mom, but I want to serve the boy moms. I want to serve I'm a soccer mom, but I want to serve the lacrosse moms and the whatever and support you through all phases of motherhood. And I don't know all of them because I can't. But so I want to be all of those. And if you have an article you think we need to put on the site, like by all means.
That's so nice.
Send it over.
Yeah, I tell viewers, like, I work in a building that has no windows. This room has windows. But, like, my weather center, like, they're behind you. Like, next door, it's just a brick wall. And so is the studio. So I tell my viewers, like, hey, like, you're my eyes and ears out there. Like, do you see a pretty sunrise? I want to see it. Like, send me your photo. So that's great. Like, the moms around here are your kind of sometimes eyes and ears to certain things. If you've got an idea...
Totally.
Send it your way.
And people can submit events on the website. Like Downtown West Palm will add all of their events. But I might not know that your church is having a really amazing pumpkin patch with whatever going on.
Yeah.
So ask them to, or you can submit. It's free. It's online. And then you can share that event with the community that wants to know about it. You know?
That's so good. I love that. It's a nice place to have like resources for every aspect of parenting kind of a thing, on one site.
Yeah. And a lot of women who visit the area too come down and they all want to find a babysitter that someone trusts.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because take a date night. If you're visiting the area, take a night.
You got to go out.
So find a babysitter from someone, that's vetted, if your hotel doesn't have them. And then...
that's a great resource.
Yeah.
I never thought of like doing... I don't have like a website like that, but that's like a really smart thing to do.
Yeah, well, like if you stay at the Breakers, a lot of time the concierge has like vetted babysitters. Yeah. But if you're staying in a VRBO, it's a little harder. So they'll ask in the closed Facebook group, or they'll message me with Palm Beach moms, and there's a couple of resources I can send their way, which I love. I love that like you're taking a date night on vacation.
Yeah,
so good.
Or if like you're coming down for like a wedding,
yeah,
but like you can't leave your kids wherever home is all weekend, you just need them for the one night you have the wedding. Like you got to have someone watch them. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's so smart.
Yeah. So a lot of people do that, or they come or they'll tell me like, hey, I came down from usually New York, with my kids for a week for December break. And your website really helped us plan like whatever, which I'm glad for too. It's for local moms and for, all of us to be able to have more fun with our kids.
Yeah. There's how many people are coming down here? They're moving here every day. Or they, people come here for the season, and their grandkids are coming in to visit for a weekend or two. And it's, is it just Palm Beach? Is it the whole county? Do you have like
Palm Beach is the whole county?
That's so nice.
Yeah.
Do you have like a favorite like thing you've discovered since this is like a loaded question, but is there like a cool thing where someone was like, you got to write about this. This is a great place. I took my kids one time, and you got to check it out. I know it's like really hard to think of. It's really hard to think of something.
So I've been getting a lot of requests for free events lately.
Okay.
So I will
love
say
free.
that Sandy, what they put up for the holidays in downtown West Palm, it's phenomenal.
It's amazing.
I mean, it's so much fun. You can be outside. The kids can run around. Our weather in December is banner.
Yeah.
And it's just like a sandcastle holiday celebration. How fun and unique and silly. And they have all these other different activations that they change every year. I think that's really amazing. And, well, okay, one more. I really love, they've been doing it for a long time, but City Place has changed a lot over the years. But the snow every night. I was there last night, and, Santa arrives, and they've got a Hanukkah celebration coming up. And then the snow, like watching the little ones with the bubble snow. They're looking at their parents, and they're looking at the bubbles, and it's just like, it makes me want to cry. They're just so in awe. I'm like,
It's so sweet.
it's so cool. It's so simple, but it's so great.
Yeah. The simplest things make kids happy.
Yeah.
It's the best.
It is.
Yeah. So for people that are like watching from or listening from not Florida, downtown West Palm Beach makes a 30-foot tree made out of sand. And they have
like
the best.
light show and music.
Yeah. And they coordinate the lights with the music. It's very cool.
And they have other little sculptures, and they've got a Ferris wheel.
Yeah. And that's new. The Ferris wheel, right?
They've had it for a couple years.
Okay. Relatively new, like within
What is
the
it called?
last-
Ferris wheel?
Yeah.
Carnival wheel. The
Ferris-
big thing that you
Ferris
sit
wheel?
in the little buckets and
And
you
it
go
goes
around.
up like the London Eye, but smaller.
Yeah, way smaller.
Yeah. Way smaller.
Yeah, and they've got like these little, like where you can like dress up a snowman one year, and it's just fun. And besides the carousel, it's free. And then right next door, you can go ice skating at the Bend, not free, but you can go ice skating in the Palm Beaches.
Yeah.
How fun!
Which is, we don't get real snow here, but we get Florida's version of
Yeah, and it's real ice skating. It's ice. It's not plastic.
Right. That is real.
Yeah.
But the tree is made of sand, and it's the coolest thing ever.
It's amazing.
And it's huge.
Yeah.
So as of this, us recording this, they started sculpting today, and they do that for a few days, and then I think by the time this airs, Sandy should be up, and then it's there through the holidays.
And if you are here, it's already, they might be missing that. But if you happen to be here when they're sculpting it, my kids love to go watch them sculpt it.
Yeah,
and talk
9
to
to
the people
5.
working. Yeah. And they're really nice. They'll answer questions for the kids. And they've got like the first day, there's always like dump trucks bringing all the sand. So if you've got a little dump truck fan.
Yeah, all the boy moms out there. I got 2 boys, so it's like, look at the truck. Look at the excavator bringing all the sand. Like, yes, we love any truck, anything that makes noise, anything that beeps when it backs up.
So good.
Yeah, our kids love. Mine would probably try to like hop the barrier and like help dig or sculpt or.
I think they have a little area where you can make your own. Last year
I'm sure they do. I haven't been up there like since I've had kids, just because I need to. But I live all the way in Boca, so like it's far. It's a bit of a drive. But also, I think my son's now 4, so I think now he's kind of at the age where he like understands stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas like when he was 2, like a light, but also like crumbs on the floor. Like I'd rather eat that.
Yeah.
It's like his interest wasn't so like aware of what was going on kind of
Yeah,
a thing.
totally.
So I think now he's sort of old enough like, oh, there's a light, there's a Christmas tree, there's a menorah. Like he gets stuff.
I have another favorite thing.
Yeah, go. Share.
Sorry.
No, don't apologize.
It just came into my mind when you were saying that. The zoo lights.
Yes, I've heard that's amazing.
It's really fun. And it's like a closed environment. So if you have kids that like to run, go for it.
Yeah.
That's really, and I think that one sold out last year. So that it's not free, but you get tickets to it. It's not expensive. If you're a member, it might be included.
Maybe.
And a zoo membership is a great investment. I mean, they have a splash park. You get your money's worth. And they do a great job. You can like feed birds and walk through the butterflies. And it started as like one man's personal zoo. Did you know that?
I think so.
He started with like 2 animals, and he was like, "Come see my animals."
Oh, that's really sweet.
And then it grew and grew, and West Palm maybe gave him the land or something. But now it's a full-blown conservation society. They work with other zoos, whatever. But it's really impressive, and you can decorate cookies, and
That's
it's
awesome.
a fun experience.
Yeah, there's a lot of really cool things to do around here.
Yeah.
And you got it all on your site. Like if people are listening, they're like, I didn't know we did any of that. Well, that's why you created Palm Beach Moms as a way for people to be like, what do I do with my kid today?
Yeah,
Go on the site and there's something to do.
always something. So you never have to be alone too. There's like generally there's something free every day, and like local libraries, the Mandela Library in West Palm also phenomenal. Driving simulator if you've got a kid approaching driving age. The best books, amazing librarians. I mean, you say, My daughter's into magic, but she only read graphic novels, and they're like, oh, I got you. I mean, their librarians are wizards. They are amazing.
That's awesome.
And it's totally free. They have homework help. Like, they're amazing.
We got some great stuff around here.
We do.
I want to talk about some of the content that you put online because it's like
Oh, boy.
informative and fun. And then like you occasionally get like, Mom, don't wear that from your daughters. And it's like so funny. And I'm sure it's incredibly relatable to a lot of the moms that might have a teenager or a few. So what are some of the, yes, you post like informative, go to this location. But like occasionally you'll be like, okay, so this is what I'm wearing today. And then your daughter's like, Mom, don't wear that. How's that? Like, what's it like to kind of like come up with, that type of content?
For someone who I used to have to like feed her and like curate all of her outfits every day with little monograms and smocking. So cute. Not anymore. Now she judges me.
Yeah.
But she's so fun. Like we have a healthy, like back and forth. It's really, she's my middle child, of course. And she's 11 going on like 24.
Okay.
And my like threat with her, quote unquote, is I have this thing called the Apollo Neuro. Okay. And it is a vagus nerve stimulation device. You can wear it on your wrist, you can wear it on your ankle, you can wear it on your belt buckle, and it helps stimulate your vagus nerve system to help you stay relaxed. And I have anxiety, and so it helps me like get out of the anxiety state. It works really, really well.
All moms need that.
Yeah, it truly.
What's relaxation?
It's this thing, you give it a couple years, you'll be back there. Okay. But it really does, it really works. And it's drug-free, you can use it in pregnancy, whatever. But the great thing about it for me is it's like a square. I don't have it on because I was afraid you'd hear it. But it's like a square, and it goes on like a Velcro band. And there's black, there's gold, like a white with gold. Like and no one has to see it. It could just go on your belt. Mm-hmm. But I like to threaten my 11-year-old with wearing it on my ankle so it looks like an ankle monitor.
That's really funny.
And going in public with her.
Good for you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to meet you where you are, girl.
That's really funny. So what does she say to you when you like walk downstairs and let's go, we're going, and you have this ankle-looking monitor?
I'm like, great, I'm ready. And she's like, you're not leaving the house with that. I'm like, oh, if you want to leave, like, if you want to stress me out, I need to be relaxed. So let's go. That's
really funny. Do they like what you do and that you share content like this and stuff online, or sometimes they like, Mom, get out of my,
No, they love it. I actually, I have a different concept that I wanted to focus more on, and I was going to shift away from Palm Beach moms and transition it to another mom. And 2 of them cried.
Oh.
And they were like, Mommy, we love that you do that. And they love that it's flexible, that I can, for the most part, I can set work aside and make them the priority. And I like them getting to see me working, but I feel so lucky in the fact that it doesn't take away. Like, me working might mean me going and speaking at Mom 2.0, which is a great conference. You would love it.
Okay.
But I took them with me to be in the audience and hear me speak, and to go visit the trade show with me. And I mean, they loved it. They loved it. They learned CPR. They had samples from Butcher Box. They were like, the bells at the ball, because it was mostly just women.
Yeah.
And they love that. So and then we get to go to resorts, and they get clothes sent to them.
Yeah, you get the fun stuff.
They get the perks.
Yeah.
And like, I'll have like a day where like, 20 boxes will arrive of sample from companies or whatever.
They must love PR package day.
Yeah. And they're like, I get to open it. Oh, I want to do the ad for this one or whatever.
That's really sweet.
So yeah, they really love it. And I love that. I'm very proud that they get to see me do something that I love.
Yeah.
And they know that it's in service of others too, which, just the whole, I love everything about it.
Yeah. I'm sure it's been
so
like,
grateful.
I'm sure it's helped you as a mom. You've been able to, I assume you work from home doing all of this, like you're there with them. You're able to, it was something you started kind of, when you had your first.
Yeah.
So you've been able to.
I mean, there's still guilt sometimes when I know that I told a brand I would post at 3:00. And so I want to be present for them. And I'm like, girls, I'm so sorry. I teed up everything. Give me 10 minutes. And I still have, mom guilt. But I think we're always going to have it. So just being like, okay, this is just part of it is fine. And I like my girls seeing me working. So
yeah, I think we've all got mom guilt.
Over one thing or the other.
Yeah.
So even moms that don't work, there's reasons you're going to have mom guilt, or that don't work outside of the home. You work. But yeah, I think mom guilt's just part of it. But yeah, they absolutely love it. We just get a, have you heard of like the unclaimed packages box?
No.
Oh, well, if you have like a friends or family gathering coming up, my kids are older. I did it with my two nieces who are 2 and 5, and then my girls and my brother and his wife. And it's a giant box of unclaimed packages. So it could be anything.
Okay.
And there was some concern about that. And then you go around, and so we did it kind of like a white elephant, like you pull a package, I pull a package. And they were like, that was so much fun. They're like, I love your job.
That's really sweet.
They got a Labubu.
Oh, yeah, that's all the rave. What's the word for that? That people like those.
Oh, yeah, that's like a big thing. But that was in one of the unclaimed packages.
Okay,
there was
fun.
also a pack of like a waterproof kayaking suit. Not a big hit, surprisingly.
Oh, that's a good white elephant gift, though. Like if you're at a white elephant and you need a random thing to get.
A pack of 6
That's great.
things to stick your like tall, skinny beverage against your shower wall.
Oh.
Red, white, and blue.
That's neat.
Yeah. I mean, 6 of them, though.
You don't need 6, maybe. Oh, that's kind of a fun little.
Yeah. So it was super silly and fun. And
That's so cool that they're able to like see you work and then they like it. You know, they get a little benefit every once in a while.
yeah, little perks.
But I'm sure it's also like, you know, maybe like helping them learn maybe things outside of school, maybe that they wouldn't necessarily learn in school, just kind of getting like more life experience kind of a thing.
And I talked to them about the entrepreneurial piece of it in business and negotiating with people and what that looks like. And one of my little ones sat on, I work with this company, Daylight Computers, which are amazing. And she was sitting in my office doing some homework, but also kind of like listening on the call. And she asked me questions afterwards, and they were so advanced for a 9-year-old. I was so impressed. I'm like, she was like, they're really watching you. Your kids are always have their eyes on you. It's so amazing what they can learn. I mean, there's a lot of things you learn in school. School is
For
critical.
sure.
But then there's other things that are, you know, just part of being a human that they pick up other places.
Yeah.
It's so fun to watch.
I was talking to a mom one time and she's like, yeah, like my daughter watches me like shake hands and like make eye contact with a vendor or, you know, someone I'm doing business with. And now my daughter, you know, there's not like handshaking class in school all the time. And it's something that her daughter has learned. And she's like, it's, you know, very beneficial.
Well, sometimes there is. Every other year we teach cotillion to local kids.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah. So for kindergarten through middle school, and that's part of it. In order to walk into class, you have to shake hands, introduce yourself to the cotillion teacher, and you know, look at them. And this is an off year, and I've gotten so many people being like, "Bring it back, I need it." But it is like there's you know, humans aren't born knowing these things, so we have to teach these little. We have the honor of teaching these little guys how to be great adults.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Do they say to you that like they want to grow up and be entrepreneurs or?
Well, that
anything like
when
that,
they were
or-
crying, when I was like, I think I might pass the torch to another Palm Beach moms. There's someone interested in acquiring the company, blah, blah, blah. She was like, but I want to do it. What am I going to do when I have my babies? I was like, I don't know if we're going to do it that long.
That's really funny. She's like, got to stay in the family business, Mom.
I know. Well, my little one she's like a mini me. So she's like, that's just what I will do.
Right. I'm going to take over one day.
I'm like, you're going to find your own path. It's going to be amazing. She was like, no.
Aw, that's really sweet though that they like seeing you do this.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Yeah, you know, they get a little perk every once in a while.
Yeah.
They get to go out and experience a new place, a new thing,
For sure.
whatever it might be.
Oh, yeah.
And so
Donut shop.
who doesn't love a donut shop? And so obviously I assume your husband also loves that you do this, that you've been able to kind of like, you know, I'm sure he benefits in some ways. What's that been like, kind of sharing a little business, being able to do this and sort of, because to me it seems a little bit like a family thing. You as a mom are benefiting from some of these resources. I'm sure he is too. He's like, what do I do with the girls today if you're busy or, you know, doing something? How is he, you know, enjoying this or, you know, loving watching you, you know, be this entrepreneur during all of this?
I think he's super proud and loves it. And he does get benefits sometimes, but I also think that like this weekend I went to Eudaimonia, which was a wellness conference in town.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Yeah, cool.
But he took care of the girls.
Okay.
So that I was able to do this and then calling and checking in with them. And because I'm not like away for that long of time.
Right.
And so it's fun for them to have like their own time together. And then we cover family travel a lot too. So, you know, he comes along and has fun. And I think he's always proud. I mean, when the packages show up at the door, a lot of times he's like,
And I will.
But
He's got to break down all these boxes now that they've showed up at the door.
yeah, that's what I tried to explain to him. I was like, I gave birth. You break down the boxes.
Yep.
It's how it goes.
It is exactly the perfect even trade that you have to do.
For life.
Yeah.
Forever.
That's just...
Like, I know I can cut the tape. I know how to do it, but I don't. That's not...
I have like, there's like a certain pile like in the hallway by the front door. Like, that's where I leave the packages. Not always, most of the time they're not broken down. And
No, you don't have to.
my husband will do it. He's wonderful.
No, I open the garage door and I go, whoop, whoop.
It's like it's like a magic door. You just close it and you hope it's going to get, and it's
Yeah.
like, yes, it's magic.
Uh-huh.
No one did it. It just happened. It's like the magic place where all the boxes get broken down. And
Yeah.
that's great.
Mm-hmm.
So he's involved.
But I run the magic laundry room too.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The laundry doesn't end when you have children. Oh my God.
No.
But it just keeps going.
Mhm. And you think when they're little, like when they're spitting up on something or like diaper issues, whatever, that's going to be like the most, but it's not.
No.
I don't mean to like ruin your forecast.
It's fine. Go ahead.
But it's going to get worse.
I
before it
figured
gets better.
But like I remember like we brought my little one home and I was like, okay, he's a tiny little,
Yeah.
baby. He's only one now. He doesn't have that many clothes. Like how much could he? The laundry increased like exponentially, not like by a 25%. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what
and
I
you're
mean?
also going to
Numbers.
need like a steam cleaner because they're going to spit up not just on fabric that can be washed, but
There's
also
100% like food spit up on this jacket. Like I think I
Yeah.
grabbed this like in the dark this morning when coming to work. I'll find it. But I was like putting this on and I'm like, there's definitely like spit up on here or like
I think
wiped
if you have
snot
kids
somewhere.
under 5, if it smells clean, like
It's fine.
it's fine.
Just go for it.
Yeah, you're good.
All right, that's good to know. I have confidence in my
We'll,
outfit.
we'll
that
do
I'm
a
wearing.
PSA in the group about it. Just be like, if she smells fine, like tell her. Like if she doesn't smell good, be like, hey friend, like
You smell bad.
yeah, it's time for a wash. But like if not, let it ride.
Good to know. Sometimes I'll rewear something
Oh,
of if it didn't get spit up on today, we could still wear it tomorrow.
It's
and
still
it'll-
pristine.
Perfect. Good to know
Yes.
because I don't want any more laundry. So I like to end each episode talking about our high and our low for the week, for the month, for the year, for usually the week, but sometimes I have to go back like, a year ago because I can't think of anything. But I like to call it a sun and a storm because,
course you do.
Weather, meteorology, and we got to keep it in theme. So I'll speak as slowly as I can while I try and think of my sun and my storm because I couldn't really think of something because over the past few weeks, someone was sick or something really funny happened. So it was easy to pick one. And this week was just kind of like, what happened? So this might not be super exciting, but it was like the funnest thing. Yesterday, my husband took my little one to Costco, and I was playing with my older one in his room. We were playing with cars, because what else are you doing with a 4-year-old boy? And he opened up his closet door, and there was a pair of slippers that he's never worn on the floor that were gifted to him when he was like 1, but they're meant to fit like a true toddler. And he put them on, and they were little otters. He put one on, and he's like, this is so comfy. Like, what is this? And I'm like, it's a slipper. He goes, well, where's the other one? So I had to dig in there somewhere,
Can you
found
imagine
it.
putting slippers on for the first time?
He was like, Mommy, what is this? I go, slippers. He goes, do you have slippers? I go, I do have slippers. Let me get my slippers. I have unicorn slippers. And I put them on. He goes, we both have slippers, Mommy. Look how much fun this is. And then we just ran around the house in our slippers, like happy as can be. And it was like the simplest thing I've ever done. But it made his face light up with joy. And it was so wonderful. And it's like the simplest things with you, that's all they want. Is like
They just want
spending
your time.
Yeah. It was so fun.
That's awesome.
It was great. And I would say
Sounds
my
magical.
storm, it wasn't necessarily related to my kids. My husband was really sick last week. He just had, I don't know, they brought home something from daycare. And usually it will get one of us. It got him this time. So I had to sort of and this is just life. This is just what happens. Change my work schedule a little bit, get the kids out of the house quickly and then get to work and just sort of shift things around.
Yeah.
And I'd say that was a little bit of a quote unquote hiccup. This is a very minor thing. He's healthy and went back to work today, but when you bring home some kind of daycare something, I call it daycareitis, and the kids get impacted by it at zero, nothing, they're
Yeah.
fine. But then it hits one of the parents, it really knocks you out.
Oh, yeah.
So sort of having to kind of navigate 2 screaming kids while like, and my husband, he's like, I can't really help you. I was like, no, go lay down. Like, I need you to go get better.
Yeah.
So, that's always tough to kind of have to like wrangle 2 boys that are like running in circles in your house and yelling at each other. So I'd say those were my kind of highs and lows for the week.
I like it.
Yeah.
What'd you call it? Your storm and your...
The sun and the storm.
Sun and the storm. Okay, I'm going to go back a year on this one. But
go for it.
I was talking to someone about at Eudaimonia, the health conference,
Yes.
about it. So I'll share. Less than a year ago, so my daughter was in... 2 of my daughters were in a golf cart that flipped.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And one of them, like, it landed on her lower leg, and it was like turned... like there was no bone. It was just powder. It was horrible, horrible day. It was a horrible couple months. But the sun is that what it is? The sun?
Yeah.
So that was a storm. But the sun of that situation was that, and it was my middle daughter, where they had the worst of it. But the sun was that it was like we were as close again as like when I was nursing her.
Oh, wow.
Because we had her on a couch and me on a couch so that I could be with her 24/7. We're holding hands. I'm, reading her stories. Like I was 100% responsible for her comfort and her care and her happiness and her mental health, and meditating with her and, rubbing her temples and getting her dressed, finding clothes that we could get over this giant, cast, and getting her places. And so even in like a really bad Cat 5 hurricane, we still had this like really beautiful connection. And she's at an age now where I told her, I was like, I'm so sorry that's happened to you. This is horrendous, but I love being this connected and close with you. And she couldn't go to school.
Oh, wow. Is she okay now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kids are amazing. But I was like, but I'm loving this time with you. And she grabbed my hand. She said, Mommy, me too.
Oh,
So I was like,
you've succeeded as a mom. That's all you needed.
so sometimes in the worst storm, you find the brightest light.
Yeah. Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah. When my little one was sick, like a couple weeks ago, he was like asleep for like, he was so tired, but he only would sleep on Mommy. And so I took my naps. He took his naps. I was on the couch. I watched a show, and he just so snuggly. I was like, I'm so sorry you're sick, but also like, this is
Also, just stay.
yeah. Oh, it's like so sweet when they like know Mommy's here. Mommy's never gonna give up on me. I'm always gonna.
Like, what an honor to be that space for them. It's so amazing.
It's the greatest thing, the best job in the world. I think I have a cool job as, doing a...
You do.
Thank you. Being a meteorologist. I think being a mom is like the wildest thing and the coolest thing in the entire world.
Yep.
And it's great.
Yeah, it's also like being a consultant. Like I had a friend telling me this morning that she wanted to be a consultant because she would get bored. She's getting bored in her job, and she's like, I like what I do, but I'd rather just like go in. And I was like, maybe motherhood is for you because it is always changing, and I remember calling my mom when I'm getting off topic for you, but
go for it.
I remember calling my mom when one of my daughters was like 4 weeks old and being like, oh my God, Mom, I was feeling like a little postpartum, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I feel like a little trapped. Like, I feel like I'm always just going to be this like cow and like, is this ever going to end? And she's like, well, baby girl, it's 4 a.m. and you're calling me. I was like, ah! So it is like being a consultant because, every day is different and there's phases and it comes and it goes and it's not forever. So
yeah. And there's a lot of logistics and puzzle piecing together schedules, and
so you won't waste that college degree. You'll use all of it.
Oh, I fully agree with you. Briana, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thanks for
This was
having
so
me.
great. We're going to put all of Palm Beach Mom's information in the show notes at the bottom of the show, so whoever is watching is able to connect and find more information if they live here or if they're coming to visit. So again, thank you. Thank you all for listening and watching, and we'll see you all next week.